This video will teach you how to configure NTP on your Aruba switch. As a bonus, we will also install an NTP server on a Ubuntu system. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Okay, so I have my GNS3 open. Doesn't really matter how you connect your NTP server and the Aruba switch. In my case, I'm going to use this topology that is right here. I'm going to utilize the Aruba image I recently imported into my GNS3. And I have a video both on how to install GNS3 and how to install the Aruba switch image, top right. But let's go with the consoling into the Aruba switch. Of course, it's a totally factory reset switch, so here we will just put in admin. The password is going to be blank, and we will provide a new password. So we are logged in, and if we do a show running config, we can see that it's very much so bare bone Aruba switch, because yeah, you can see it's just one admin. This is the default, and this is NTP enabled. It just has one VLAN and an interface management, and no other interfaces are up. What we will begin to do is configure the first interface for us, so I can connect it to the Ubuntu. And I will go int 1/1/1, and here we will do no routing because that is default on these switch images, and also no shutdown so that we enable it. I will exit out here and do show interface brief to make sure they are up. So here we can see the first port is VLAN 1, access mode, not routed mode. It's up and running. I will make the window a bit larger so we can see everything. So, okay. After that, we will set an IP address on VLAN 1. So I will go interface VLAN 1 IP address, and I will have this on 172.16.1.3 on the -24. Now I should be able to ping my Ubuntu server, so I will try to go with ping 172.16.1.10, and here we can see that we actually have connectivity to the Ubuntu server, so yeah, that's great. If we do again show running config, we can see that okay, we have NTP server pool.ntp.org. This is a standard NTP server, and we want to use our NTP server that we are going to set up. So I will copy this row, and I will put no in front, and then right click. So we have NTP enabled still, but we have no server. What I will do now is I will do up arrow, and instead I will put in the server we are going to point to. So instead of pool.ntp.org, let's put in our server 172.16.1.10. The min poll, max poll, and iburst are okay. It will sync a bit faster with iburst. So we just hit enter here. And that should be it for the NTP part on the Aruba. Now let's head over to the Ubuntu server, and we are going to configure it as an NTP server. I will open up a PowerShell terminal so we can SSH. So let's try to SSH to my Ubuntu server. And let's log in. Control L. Let's become root. We are now root. I usually begin to update and upgrade the repositories, so apt update and apt upgrade -y. After that is done, we can check if we have Chrony installed already. You know, maybe someone installed it. So what we can do is do Chrony, and there is C and D for I think it's CLI and daemon. So if we do Chrony C and V, we can see that Chrony can't be found, but it can be installed. So apt install Chrony. We can actually just copy this command, right click, and then hit enter. It's just 1.5 meg. We press Y and we hit enter. What we need to do now is to edit the config file a tiny bit. So we will go to etc Chrony and crony.conf. Just one dot. And here we can see we are now in the Chrony config file. It works pretty great out of the box. Sometimes you actually need to whitelist the subnet you are using. So, and that is the best practice. And here we can see we're using Ubuntu's pool or servers. So you can specify a pool of server and it will pick the one that is most available for you. And I want to specify my own pool for my Swedish servers because I'm Swedish. So I will do sc.pool.ntp.org, I believe it is. We will keep iBurst to do faster synchronization and max resources. I'm not sure how many different servers there are, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 3. We can also make a comment here and we can type hello, my subnet. And then we can just type allow and you type your subnet that you are on. And in my case, I'm on this subnet. Control S, Control X, and it should now be saved. After that, we need to restart Chrony. So you would go system ctl restart Chrony. If we do a status check on Chrony to make sure it's actually up and running, system ctl status Chrony, we can see that it's up. It restarted 9 seconds ago. It's enabled, so it will auto restart on reboots. There's also one command. If you type crony.c tracking, we can see if it started to sync on the NTP. And here we can indeed see if we see a reference, and I have now a Swedish NTP server that I'm pulling from. Okay, so that's what we need to do on the Ubuntu part. We will head back to the switch. So what we did last, what we specified NTP server, we can now show the clock. And here we can see, yeah, it's the right time. Let's actually see if we can mislead it a bit by doing clock time. And then we can, for example, do like this. So it will now be ahead by about 5 minutes. Well, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And if we make the command show clock again, we can see that, okay, it's 22 minutes past 10. If we type show NTP associations, we can see if we have any associations towards our NTP server. And here we are looking for the local server, the remote server, and here we can actually see on the reach that this has synced, but it's not fully synced yet because then it goes up to the number, I think it's 377 to be fully synchronized. When we are setting the clock manually like we did, it can take some time for it to sync back. So I will fast forward or cut to when it actually has resynced. Okay, so it has now synced. It took about 3-4 minutes. You can see 22:25 and then it hit the sync and it's now 20:21. And here you can see what I talked about on the show NTP associations, that it reached 377 and then it got synced. What we can do now is also set the time zone so it is correct. So we will do clock time zone. And we need to specify, of course, the time zone, and I'm in Europe, Stockholm. And here it's 22 minutes past 10. So if I now do show clock, it is 22 minutes past 10. Okay, guys, that was how to configure NTP on your Aruba switch, including how to actually set up one NTP server, that is. Hope you guys learned something and liked the video. and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.